heathens, and welcome to my channel. I am Beauty Heathen, and my channel is dedicated to the exploration of paganism through the medium of cosmetics. If you enjoy this subject matter or find my content of interest, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and set the bell to all to be notified of when I upload new videos. In today's episode, I will be exploring the goddess Artemis. I'm deviating from my original plan, so bear with me. I was planning to cover the Celtic goddess Bridget tonight. But I have to brush up on my Gaelic. To put it as bluntly as I can, because I haven't spoken or used Gaelic in a while. Sorry, looks like my phone is being a tad bit problematic tonight. The goddess Artemis is also the Roman goddess Diana. One thing that many may not realize is that the Roman and Grecian goddesses are pretty much the same, they just have different names. For both deities, they're goddesses of the hunt. Specifically for Artemis, she's also a goddess of, ironically, childbirth, and at the same time, virginity. I'm a little bit tongue-tied tonight, don't mind me. It's been a long day. That's okay, that's why we're here. It's why we're gonna have some fun and try to be a little bit creative. I'm gonna stick with the manic panic tonight. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use this or if I wanted to use a flesh tone, but this is just one of those days where I'm not in the mood to fight with pigment and fight with the shadows and everything and getting color to show up, so white it is. But yeah, goddess Artemis is the daughter of Zeus, and let me see, Titan. Oh Lord, where is it? Oh, Titaness named Leto, or Leto. I may be mispronouncing that. Wouldn't be the first time, most definitely won't be the last time. And she has a twin brother named Apollo. She really prided herself on being a virgin, staying a virgin, and so help anyone who tried to take that away, I guess you could say. She was quoted to have been in love with the god Orion. But like with all the deities, there are different stories and different fables. It depends on who you find. It's kind of interesting that way. How some groups will be like, no, it's this way, and others will be like, no, it's this way. Then you have a whole bunch of people fighting over something that's really not that critical. But, yeah. Let's see. She was especially affiliated with animals, especially the bear. It's considered her patron animal. In fact, if I recall reading correctly, one of her nymphs, I should say, is said to have fallen in love with, I think, Zeus, and they had a little tryst, I guess you could say. And for punishment, Artemis turned her into a bear and then killed her. Artemis was rather fierce and prone to letting her anger get the better of her and acting on her anger without much care or concern, I guess you could say. Let's see, she was known as a protector of young children as well, and was known to bring and relieve disease in women. And in literature and art, she is often depicted as a huntress carrying a bow and arrow. Let's see. Just trying to see where I left off and what I have to say. Today's gonna be kind of quick. Mostly because there's not a whole lot I can really get into with some of the deities. I can expand on more of it at a later time, but like I keep saying, you cannot go based off these heads as to how these cosmetics react, because they do not act normally as they would on human skin. This is the Dose of Colors palette, baked browns that I got from my BoxyCharm subscription, which it looks like I am canceling. They have a couple brands that I refuse to support. Yeah. And of course I botched it. That's okay, I'm doing this before I do anything really complex. Not that I'm planning on doing anything complex, but just trying to blend this out a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to because of the wet foundation, but I'm going to try a little bit to get rid of some of the harsh line. But Artemis is often as well affiliated with as the goddess of the moon. Actually, if you enjoy the anime Sailor Moon, Serena, to some degree, with the bow and arrow, could be affiliated with the goddess Artemis. But I will also say that there is a Japanese moon goddess as well. I just have to remember and look her back up again to see if she also is a huntress goddess. But yeah. As I said, Artemis often acted out in anger whenever she wished. Whenever her wishes were disobeyed, especially if someone transgressed against animals that were sacred to her. For an example, in Grecian mythology, she punished Agamemnon for having killed a stag in her sacred grove. According to the mythos, she did appeal to Zeus to grant her eternal virginity. I don't recall if that was ever done or not. In some ways, and I don't want to go into all of the myths surrounding her, because some of them, I'm not gonna lie, are a little bit disturbing. Don't mind me, I'm looking for a palette that I can use as a blush, per se. In all of the cosmetics I bought, I don't think I bought a blush palette, which, when you think about it, was rather dumb. Actually, you know what I think I'll try? Let me see. Like, I got a highlighter, I have eyeshadows out the wazoo, but a dedicated blush palette is something I do not have. However, for the holidays, Ulta came out with a box. Hey, look at that. We have blushes in here. Yay. Okay, I'll just take it out of here. It was not a very expensive kit, but I have to say it's not entirely well constructed. It was like 20 bucks at the holidays. I don't even remember what it was called. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to remove the tape off of this. Being plastic. I have scissors. There they are. I'm like, why am I struggling so much? I know I have scissors for this. There we go. Yay! We have blushes. Alright, for her, I'm trying to find a color that I would affiliate with her. Actually, I may not use that brush. I might use this one, although it's a little bit floofy. I need to wash my brushes. I have been neglecting that. I've been trying to get through the week. That's not working so well. I think I'll use the matte nude pink blush. I didn't want anything too pink. Let's see if this works. Got a little pigment, but not much. But again, I'm not really digging into this. Let me try a little bit harder. There we go. Not bad. Of course, I'm probably doing a heavier hand than I should be, but as I've mentioned before, this is not my forte. It's something I'm trying out. And as we can tell, I did not apply the foundation properly, so things are a little bit patchy. But I have to say the color's nice. I just put on a little bit too much, so in an effort not to make her look like a clown, try a little bit of Becca translucent powder. Hey, don't go to sleep on me. Okay, there it is. Oof. Do not get powder all over me, please. Alright, let's see if I can... There we go. Load up the brush a bit. There we go. Trying to set the foundation just a little bit, and I have to say, even on a fake head, it makes it look a little bit better. Hello, powder dust. There we go. I might try next time powdering before I put on any of the eyeshadows and things like that, see if it helps a bit. Just trying to mute out some of this blush a bit if I can. There we go. Just a little bit. Now it seems ridiculous to use a very expensive Becca Hydro Mist setting powder on a cosmetic head, but hey, I'm not going to use it myself, so the least I can do is put it to good use. And it was another BoxyCharm thing, so let's see. The Artemis siblings consist of Ares, Athena, Apollo, of course, Aphrodite, Dionysus, Heb, Hermes, Heracles, Helen of Troy, Hephaestus, Perseus, Minos, the Muses, and the Graces. But what I find interesting is where she is the daughter of Zeus, they didn't list Hercules, although he was a half god. I'm not sure that they list him in the pantheon or not. They might. We shall see. Now, if you are a practitioner or someone who's looking to call upon Artemis for whatever reason, especially if you're going hunting and such, I'm not advocating it, I'm just saying if you are, there are a few things that you can offer to her for assistance, such as herbs such as cypress, amaranth, mugwort, birch and pine trees seem to be of her liking. Where I believe, is she? I think she's a springtime goddess, I do believe. So wildflowers, frankincense, port cider, mulled wine, honey cakes, especially. They do also mention game meat, especially if you've hunted it yourself, although again, it's not something I advocate, but that's just my own personal preference. People have to do what they're comfortable with. I'm just gonna open the Violet Voss palette, and I'm gonna take a bit of Dusty Rose and apply it to the lower lash line a bit, because I'm noticing lately that when I do these looks, it looks a bit weird for the eye look to be all up here and nothing underneath. So I'm trying to do a little bit better. This is a pretty shade. It's a pretty matte shade. It's another Boxy Charm palette. And let's see. She's the goddess of the hunt. Nature. The wild. Where'd I put it? Sorry, I'm a bit off the beaten track and such today. There it is. Like, where'd my So Jaded palette go? There it is. I'm going to try, yes. There is an emerald color in here. And a peridot. So let's see what I can do here. Just cleaning off the brush a bit. I'm going to dip into emerald on So Jaded. And add a bit of green. And just try to blend it out a bit. I know you're probably supposed to put this on the outside, but again, I'm exploring with color and trying to see what I can do and what looks good and what doesn't. The only way you'd find out is if you try, right? That eye doesn't seem to want to participate as much. Let's see if I am not ambidextrous, but we'll see if using my left hand applies it a little bit better. Yeah, a little bit. Trying to pack it in a little bit. It's probably because I put down the setting powder that now it doesn't want to stick. My lot in life, I swear. Yeah, that eye is not wanting to participate. Or I should say cooperate, not participate. Or maybe, just maybe, it's times like this I should have a little thing of water or something in this room with me, but I just didn't think to do that. To try the wet brush technique. It worked a little bit better on that side. Now we shall see if it works a little bit better on the left side. This is just a dry sponge I don't even have it wet. There we go. Now it's a little bit better. And then where's the brush? Try to blend it out a little bit so it's less of a harsh line. Sorry, I'm not talking as much today, but I'm focusing on the makeup more. Artemis, I believe, does have a temple dedicated to her. I don't know if it's still existing today, but I know at one point it was one of the 7 wonders of the world, if I recall. Put that in the cup for my sponges. And let's try to complete this with a lip color. And let's see here. What's this color? I'm like, do I want to do a pencil? Do I want to use this J-Cat palette? Maybe. Might try that because I went for a little bit of a more neutral look today, minus the blush on the cheeks, but I think we can forgive me for that. I'm getting a little bit better. That's a pretty nude though. And no, that's too bright. I'm like, I think I remember what that color is. So, I'm going to try something different. I had bought these lipsticks from Gerard Cosmetics. So I'm going to try to use a brush on them. And this is the color Underground. It's kind of like a grayish brown color. I should probably really wet these brushes. I will make note for next time to bring a cup in here. It's a brand new lipstick, so it's a little bit dense. I have to say it's a really pretty color. And it's applying really smoothly. I just wanted to do a little departure from the J-Cat palette. I love it a lot. I use it a lot, but sometimes a look doesn't need a metallic lip. And I think today was one of those days, especially where she tends to be more of a nature goddess. think that's fairly decent. It's a little splotchy, but that's, again, not a reflection of the lipstick, and I'm sure if I put it over the lips it might come out a little bit better, but I'm also afraid to do that because I don't want to end up getting it everywhere, because unlike a normal face, this isn't as flexible. But yeah, this is my Artemis inspired look, and I hope it was at least better put together than some of my previous ones. I have to learn how to balance out the eyes a bit more, I think, and the blush, but I'll get there. Each day is a growing process. But anyway, sorry if this one was a little bit boring. I hope I imparted some information regarding the deity, and also don't forget, if you wish to connect with me, if you wish to ask questions, put in requests, anything of that nature, feel free to connect with me on any of my social medias listed below and at the end of this video. And with all of that, until next time, brightest blessings and blessed be.